How often have you asked yourself, why is the half diminished chord so freaking hard? You play a gig or a tune, or you're jamming, or you're practicing, and you're wondering, why is the only voicing my head thinks to go to is maybe this one, or this one, or this one? I can't seem to get the same usage out of this seventh chord versus maybe minor sevens, or major sevens, or dominant sevens. Even though the minor 7 flat 5 is used a lot, but what is up with this pernicious chord that keeps jabbing you over and over and over? Well, I want to give some insight into the minor 7 flat 5, otherwise known as the half diminished chord. This is one that, whether it comes up in spelling it theoretically, or playing it with voicings, or doing arpeggios of it, it always seems to trip a lot of people up. And I totally get it, because yes, me too. It has absolutely tripped me up over the years. And I like to say right away that I go back and forth between what to call it. Typically, if students are first encountering it with me in learning diatonic theory, I'm going to call it minor 7 flat 5, because there's no question about what the chord is. If I tell you to play an F minor 7 flat 5, you're going to play an F with a minor third, a minor 7, and then a flat 5. Okay, so what is the minor 7 flat 5? It's 1, flat 3, flat 5, flat 7. So it has a diminished triad underneath with a flat 7, which means we have to distinguish it from fully diminished 7. Because if that's the other term that's most often used, we need to understand why it's called half a diminished. Well, what is a full diminished? Full diminished is a double flat 7, which is theory jargon to mask the fact that it's a 6. So a fully diminished 7th chord has a double flat 7, which is really a major 6 interval away from the root. But why do we not say 6? Because if you have a 7th chord, you have to have 7 in the name. So it's one of those funky theory naming principles that in name, in writing, is preferred just to say it that way, or at least be aware. But in application and practice, we know that it's going to be a major 6 from our root. So that's the difference. It's the 7. A minor 7 flat 5 has a flat 7. Fully diminished has double flat 7. And a fully diminished 7th is completely symmetrical, meaning each interval from one note to the next is a minor third away. F to A flat, minor third. A flat to C flat, minor third. C flat to E double flat. See, this is where it gets stupid. A minor third. D to F is a minor third. Minor 7 flat, and that means all of those diminished chords are symmetrical, so you can move them around in minor thirds, and we all love that trick. It's great. Minor 7 flat 5 does not have that same luxury. It's not a symmetrical chord. Yes, we have a minor third, and then a major third. So we don't get that symmetricity that allows us to move it around very easily. Let's take a look at where this occurs naturally. In our major scale, diatonically, it is the 7th chord. As far as Roman numeral, it is the last chord in the sequence before you wrap back around. And that's B minor 7 flat 5 or B half diminished. You notice I write both here. Chord symbol here is explicit, and then the chord symbol here is the superscript 0 with a line through it, because the superscript means fully diminished, so the line is half diminished. And that voicing that we all tend to grab is the one that's down here in a friendlier octave. This A string shape. 1 flat 3 flat 7 flat 3, pretty much stock. That is our half diminished, but it occurs naturally in the major scale. Notice that fully diminished does not exist in the major scale. So can we talk about this chord's function? What is up with this chord? When do we use it and why? There's a number of places. One that's most on the nose is acting as a 5, meaning in certain scenarios, this chord, B minor 7 flat 5, wants to go up a half step and resolve to C major. So check this out. I'm going to play, I'll start over here. I'm going to play G7 to C. I'll get the tonality of C in your head. Do that again. 1, 5, 1. Now here's 1, half diminished, 1. Do it again. So now this 7 half diminished is acting or replacing a true 5. How does that work? Well, look at the notes. We have in this chord a B, D, F, A. If we relate that to a G7, that gives us the 3rd, 5th, flat 7, and 9 of a G7. So by playing a B minor 7 flat 5, we are literally playing a G9 without the root. So that's why all those voices are going to resolve to home, because they resolve exactly like a 5-1 would, with common tones or only half steps to give us that great voice leading and that sense of, we've arrived. So remember, your 5 chord has a half diminished 7th starting on its 3rd. So I have a G7 chord. What's the 3rd of G? B. So I have a B minor 7 flat 5 that's going to give me a G9 tonality, even if I don't play the root. And of course, if you're with other people, then you don't even need to worry at all. That's the beauty of it, because now I only focus on a 7th chord versus a 9th chord to get the same quality. If we transpose that, let's do a quick roll of the musical dice here. See what we get. I'm going to get a random root. D flat, my favorite. So D flat dominant 7. What's the 3rd? D flat. The 3rd is F. So F minor 7 flat 5 is my upper structure. Thus, F minor 7 flat 5 is going to resolve up a half step to G flat major. So D flat is my 5 of the key of G flat. Now F half diminished is also acting as 5, resolving to G flat major. Sorry. And F half diminished happens to be one of the examples in music that I wanted to show you. So look at that, a little bit of kismet. This chord is more recognizable than you might think. This probably isn't the first thing that comes to your mind, but one that does is from Wagner's opera Tristan und Isolde, very first chord. F half diminished. And resolving to an E dominant 7. Really cool specific harmonic function that's called the Tristan chord when it's used in that sort of explicit way and that voicing. But that's literally our stock voicing that we grab on the guitar. F half diminished on the A string, boom, there it is. So that goes, and that was like a big deal. Starting on that chord was like, holy shit, like this is, what is happening? We are in totally unsettled waters harmonically. Now let's use this in context. Let's have a little bit of a walk down progression in the key of C major, going 1, 7, 6, 5, landing on 4. So this is all diatonic. Do it again. So it's a nice passing chord to get us from 1 to 6, because I have now, instead of jumping to a G7 here, I can go down a half step to B. Now I have a walk down, stepwise bass line. So the chord is really well placed to give us a smoother bass line with similarly coherent voice leading in the inner voices. Now this next one might blow your mind, but it is real, okay? You might know the little song called All Star by a little band called Smash Mouth. Well, this is one of the best half-diminished chord placements that I can think of because of its simplicity and also its hiding in plain sight.
They don't stop coming. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting star. You'll never know.
I'll go back to the chorus here.
You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Hear it?
Hey now, you're
It's
a
the third
rock
chord.
star. Get the show on, get paid.
The song's in the key of G flat or F sharp. What? Yes, that chord right there is a C half diminished. Oh my, oh, there we go. So they play 1, 4, sharp 4, half diminished 4. Oh my God. And it's not only power chords, they actually, you can hear the whole voicing. And I would assume they're down a half step because I can hear, yeah, because they're probably playing this voicing, which is an open string one, but tuned down a half step would get you the literal root of C. So they're playing it in a row. They're playing a root position closed voicing. Not that they're thinking about that, but that is exactly what's happening. Now, how are they getting away with this? This takes us to another place you're going to see the half diminished chord. Honestly, more common than in the versus the seventh in the key. You're going to see this more often. This is like the sharp 4, half diminished, and this is serving really as an upper structure. So check this out. We said that a half diminished chord is built off the third of a dominant, correct? So if we have a half diminished and C is the root, that means C is the third of what dominant chord? The major third. C is the major third of, give you a second. Walk down 2 whole steps from C. A flat, great job. So, and it's not G sharp because G, A, B, C is G to C is a type of fourth, so you have to have A, B, C. A flat to C is the major third. So A flat 7, or yes, A flat 7 is the 2 dominant chord in the key of G flat. The 2 dominant is a really common sound. There it is in Take the A Train. It shows up all over the place. But this is a great way to get that same feeling, but with a different bass line possibility, because I've got the 1 to the 4. Instead of going to 2 dominant, back to 4, I do this. 1, 4, sharp 4, 4. Hear the voice leading? Especially if I play like a C half diminished and B major 7, watch this. It is literally one note away, the root. B major 7, C half diminished are one note away. Way better than the voice leading's still there, but that bass line moving from B to A flat, for instance, takes away some of that momentum. You'll also see the sharp 4 half diminished leading up to 5. So like 4, sharp 4 half diminished to 5. 1, 4, sharp 4 half diminished, 5, sus, and another common usage is getting us to the 4 minor. So seeing the sharp 4 half diminished go to 4 minor is extremely common. I'll give some examples, but here's the intro to When She Loved Me by Randy Newman. Okay. D minor, in the key of F, so this is 6, D minor over C, goes to B half diminished, which is the sharp 4, going to B flat minor 6, which is the 4 minor. So again, 6, key of F, walks down to the sharp 4 diminished to minor 4, and so on and so forth. This is another scenario where it's this exact sort of walk down, going from 6 to 6 over 5 to sharp 4 half diminished to minor 4, or you can think of it in the key of D minor. Right, so I have 1, flat 7, natural 6, flat 6, maybe dominant or major, then 5 to 1, and you'll hear exactly what I mean. Check this out. Babe, I'm gonna leave you, Led Zeppelin. Right there. Right here. A minor, 1 over, then flat 7, and then 6, half diminished, then flat 6, then 5, back to 1. Play it again. Hear it? Got some other examples here. All these examples are going to come from Henry Purcell's opera Dido and Aeneas. This is Dido's lament, and it's its own chord progression, the lament progression. This is from a recording of that opera. Right there. So it's in G minor, and it walks down in half steps, and it keeps going, but it eventually gets to that 6 half diminished chord. Right here. All right, let's go to another iteration of that. Chicago. third chord right here. A minor again, over G, F sharp half diminished. Chicago, 25 or 6-4. This might blow your mind.
I'm having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep but running out.
Third chord in Brain Stew by Green Day. And its role, much like in 25 or 6-4, is really acting as that 2 dominant chord in with an inversion or an upper structure as the bass line, with the third in the bass. Pretty cool. I could do a million examples. I'll do one more. This all goes back to an English Baroque opera. Pretty amazing, but check this one out. Dream On, Aerosmith. Third chord. 1 minor, flat 7, 6 minor 7 flat 5, flat 6 major. Boom. There you go. And this makes a lot of sense because remember that 6 half diminished in a minor key is literally 1 note away from the flat 6 major. So D half diminished to D flat major 7. Perfect. You can find many variations of that. Some some include the half diminished, some don't. But I'm happy to give links to some playlists that I found. Sorry, really last one because everyone knows it. Also A minor, third chord. Back. Right here. While my guitar gently weeps. Shall we look at some voicings? Yes, indeed. So A string root, this is our drop 2 shape. Again, the classic Tristan voicing. But this is our go-to half diminished chord. Now the inversions of these are really nice. So the first inversion might resemble something. I'm going to get into that in a second. It's really great voicing. Second inversion, flat 5s in the bass. First inversion, flat 3s in the bass. Second inversion. Third inversion, flat 7s in the bass. Look at this first inversion. You might notice something. I've got a minor triad. I have an E flat minor triad in here. And a C, well, if I call it from the root E flat, I have an E flat minor 6, like literally. I have a straight up minor 6 chord as my first inversion. This is a really important concept to know that we have not only a relative minor major, but a relative minor and relative minor 7 flat 5. So if you have a minor 6 chord, like E minor 6, you're going to walk down 3 frets or 3 half steps to find its relative half diminished. So now this chord symbol is not only C minor 7 flat 5, but it's also E flat minor 6. So let's say I'm playing in the key of E flat minor. Whoops, oh dear. Now I'm playing an E flat minor 6 with the same voicing. end notes as C minor 7 flat 5. So to get that leverage and that connection entrenched in your mind is really crucial, because it's also one that's really helpful with bass line motion and sort of finding voicings on guitar and applying them. Again, the math here is, if I have a half diminished chord, let's roll the dice. Okay, D sharp, E flat half diminished. My flat third is going to be a minor 6 chord. So E flat's third, E flat minor 7 flat 5. The third of that is G flat. So I've got G flat minor 6. Same thing. E flat minor 7 flat 5 is G flat minor 6. Do another one. Go backwards. F minor 6. Let's say I have F minor 6. I walk down 3 half steps. Now D is my half diminished relative. In that case, the 6 of F minor 6 is the relative. Just like the 6 of F major is its relative minor D minor. It's the same principle, but in sort of a darker, hidden step sibling or secret cousin variant in the basement. All right, last point for now. This is part 1. There's so much more to talk about with half diminished. If we go into our minor key diatonic, we are going to see in natural minor that a half diminished is the 2 chord. So these are all from the key of C, and its relative minor is A minor. So the 2 chord is half diminished. So 1, 2. Sorry. And this is one option from where we get our minor 2-5 sound. So a 2-5-1 in a minor key is really needing to have a minor 7 flat 5 half diminished for the 2 chord, and then the 5 needs to be dominant. So that specific sound technically comes from harmonic minor. But let's take a gander at our major versus minor 2-5-1. So these are all the same chords, essentially. So we have the key of C. Here's a 2-5-1 in the key of C. Stop shaking. And then a minor 2-5-1 to the relative minor. So that B minor 7 flat 5, although it's in the key of C, acts as the 2 going to A minor now. Here it is. And this guy needs to be dominant, not minor, so that gives it a more definitive resolution to the A minor, which is now sounding like home. Minor 2-5-1 you're going to encounter in lots of places. Yesterday. Right here. Or Stella by Starlight. Very first chord. Wedding March. Very first chord. You Must Believe in Spring by Michel Legrand. Really, really great tune. That has a bunch of minor 2-5-1s in many different keys. It's a very interesting song. I'll leave this with you today, the beginning of Tony Bennett and Bill Evans' version of You Must Believe in Spring.
When lonely feelings chill the meadows of your mind, just think if winter comes, can spring be far behind? Beneath the deeper snows, the secret of a rose.
I hate to end this. You have to go listen to that. But this is part one. There's so much more to talk about with. Why is it still playing? Well, that's fine. There's so much more to talk about with half-diminished chords, which I'm going to do, because we haven't even discussed how to get way more voicings out of it, how to tweak them, and then additionally, how to use them as actually part of a dominant altered sound, which is really where it starts to get interesting. And then arpeggios, and there's even more substitutions that it can act as an upper structure for. So more to come. Hope this helps though.